What is up? What is up, Raider Nation? I know no one is in here right now, but as you come in, just want to say thank you for anyone that comes through. I don't do this often, but I'm going to start trying to grow my YouTube channel just like I've grown my Instagram. If any of you have are coming from Instagram, hit the subscribe button over here. It'd be much appreciated. We're going to continue to try to grind this out. This is a big NFL season, I believe, for the Las Vegas Raiders. I believe that with the schedule that has come out, it's a tough one. Regardless to what we think about every NFL team, they are where they are for a reason. They are here. They are at the NFL. They are the professionals. Regardless of what we think, the worst teams in the league are better than any of us who are not there. So, um, to me, the way I'm thinking about football now, more and more, I don't think of any game being easy. I think anything can happen any week. And when you look at the Raiders, the that has certainly been true. As we've had a lot of years where just we were the better team in the game, and we lost to the inferior team because, again, a lot of that came down to coaching. It came to talent at the biggest needs. On NFL championship caliber rosters, such as quarterback, as specifically in the last 5 years, we have been probably the most failing franchise, I would argue, at the quarterback spot. Now, again, I don't feel that way this year. Um, Running back room, I think, has a lot of talent. I think that's a lot better room than anyone's going to admit. I think Roman Hemby was a big time guy to bring in. I think that Mike Washington was, of course, the guy that when we drafted him, I said this, running back two. You look at wide receiver, they brought in Jalen Naylor, they brought in some UDFAs. Excuse me. There was a lot of people that I've heard in this offseason. They look better in this offense. And it's not a predicament as much as people think about, it's development. Yeah, it is to a degree, but it's also the system, of course, being that, we had arguably the worst system in the NFL this past season. I think you look at, again, the two big talents in Ashton Genty and Brock Bowers. They're both, some of the best talents to come out in the last decade at their positions. Um, no, okay. Um, I think when you think about um the way that this team over the years, we have failed on the front lines on both sides of the football. I don't think that's the case. I don't think we had a great defensive coordinator either. I think the defensive coordinator that we had, I think, had limited potential as a coach. I don't think Patrick Graham is just a. I just don't think he's that good of a coach. I think that when you look at his time here, he had he had a lot more say than I think people are willing to admit, especially in play calling. And of course, when you look at development, because you look at his specific position, a lot more players when they left the system were better players than they were here. It just proves how bad Patrick Graham's defense overall calling is. He's not a great defensive caller, but he's also doesn't have a great system. Um, you look at it, it's not good. It just had weaknesses that were exploited week to week. The other thing, again, I think the big question for me is, what were we teaching over there? Because there was a week where they put I talked about this with a buddy of mine, and they spent this one week where, they were butt hurt over these conversations. And they I guess from what I heard is they made an emphasis to to work on tackling, they said. And that week they came out and played a worse game than they had all year. It just I don't know, man. I really don't know what Patrick Graham, you know, I don't know what him or anybody in that build were thinking defensively, but there's a reason that not many players from last year's team are here, nor are they signed. I think you look at Pete Carroll, you look at Brendan Carroll. Brendan Carroll never should have been our O line coach, and we were the only franchise that was going to hire that guy. So um, now a lot of times when you're the only franchise that wants someone, not all the times does that end up panning out. So I think for us, I think this is going to be a better team. Um, I think it is stronger on paper. But again, I think you look at it week one. I'm just gonna be very real. When I go down the schedule, I think we're gonna beat the Dolphins week one. Um, Divisional games, I'm just gonna be real. I think we can go. I think we can split with all of these teams. So I'll do this. I'll say week one Dolphins win. Week two, I'll give the Chargers the win since we're at them. Week three at the Saints. That's a tough one, man. Like I think they are another team that has great offensive talent. They have Jordan Tyson, Chris Olave, Travis Etienne, and Alvin Kamara. So they have some players over there, and they can make people miss. They're gonna be a really good team. I think. But God, I don't know their coach's name right now. Um, Damn, I'm really spacing it. Shit. I don't know, man. Oh, Kellen Moore, that's his name. I'm like, bro, I don't know his name right now. Yeah, no, Kellen Moore. I think he's a great offensive coach. I think he is up there with one of the better ones in the league. I think his offense in year one was just fine, and I think when they go into year two, they'll be even better. Let me see. Where's the schedule here? Here we go. Week 4 is versus the Chiefs. I'll give us the win here. Yeah. What's it? Think I think the Chargers the first one, and then week 3. Fuck. I think we beat the Saints, but fuck. I think they're gonna be good. Um, I'll say this: we're gonna start 3-1. I think we'll do that. I don't. I'll give the Chargers the first win. Chiefs we beat. We're at the Patriots week 6. Wait, what? I thought was that not? I thought I thought the Bills. I thought the Bills were before the Patriots. I must have been wrong. It says we have the Patriots first, and I mean, are they gonna get AJ Brown? I mean, if they're getting AJ Brown, I'd probably give him the win. But like without him, I don't know, man. They're so ordinarily just mid. Like their offense is okay. Damn, I don't know. I for some reason can see us beating them. I think it's tough. I mean, you look at all these. I mean, the Bills, especially. I think, even though they have a new coaching staff, they're really good. Rams look like the NFC fucking favorites. Which wait, we're at the. Where's the Rams at home? Dude, I might go to that Cleveland game. Maybe. I don't know. I really. The Chiefs look like Week 18. I we have the Titans and Cardinals and the Browns in the second half of the year. And we have the Jets too. I think I'm gonna head out, man. But I think I'm gonna do some more conversation with the schedule, and then I'm gonna do some talk with some potential um. mm, I'll do some breakout candidates too. But I like the schedule.